So check this out. Microsoft Teams has been storing authentication tokens in plain text. Let's check it out. What's up, guys? It's Josh back with another video, and today I got some more cyber news. And I ran across this interesting article dealing with Microsoft Teams. Now, most of us, if we worked in the tech field, I'm sure you've heard of Microsoft Teams because a lot of companies have Microsoft products, and we use Microsoft Teams as a way to communicate, especially in this new age where a lot of people are working remote. Microsoft Teams is an excellent tool to help people communicate and work on projects together. But there is a problem with Microsoft Teams that I seen reported on, and I wanted to read this article to you guys so you guys can check it out or understand. And of course, the link to the article will be down in the description of the video. So let's hop over to the article.
Before we move forward, I wanted to ask the KeepItTechie fam to consider joining my channel membership. By joining the membership, you can support the channel, get access to member-only videos, tech mentorship, early technical course access, and exclusive Linux content. Thanks, and back to the video.
Alright, as you can see, this is on Engadget.com, and again, the link to the article will be down in the description of the video. But it says Microsoft Teams has been storing authentication tokens in plain text. Now, this is a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's not encrypted in any way. Based on what I read during this article, while reading this article, it's a bad thing. But it says Microsoft downplayed the flaw, saying it does not meet our bar of immediate servicing. So that's I don't know, they looks like they're not taking it as or put it in a priority right now to actually fix this. But first paragraph says Microsoft Teams stores authentication tokens in unencrypted plaintext mode, allowing attackers to potentially control communication within an organization. According to the security firm Vectra, the flaw affects the desktop app for Windows, Mac, and Linux built using Microsoft's Electron framework. And so it looks as though it's only affecting the installed application. Now, I typically, when I join Teams or Teams meetings, I use the browser. I always use the browser. So maybe that's not affected at the moment, or they didn't prove that that's affected at all. It's just mainly the application that you install on your system. And it uses the Electron framework, which, if you guys never heard of it, you can get that installed on any distribution of Linux, as well as Electron is essentially a framework that allows you to create applications. Now it says Microsoft is aware of the issue, but said it has no plan to fix anytime soon, since an exploit would also require network access. So that's true. That's typically true. You have to have network access in order to get in and actually see those plain text tokens or whatever. And a lot of times you're using a company's computer, which is connected via VPN and on their network, so you have to gain access in order to see it. But it says, according to Vectra, a hacker with a local or remote system access could steal the credentials from any Teams user currently online, then impersonate them even when they're offline. They could also pretend to be users through apps associated with Teams like Skype or Outlook, while bypassing the multi-factor authentication usually required. Now it says this enables an attacker to modify SharePoint files, Outlook mail and calendars, and team chat files. Vectra security architecture Conan Peoples wrote, even more damaging, attackers can tamper with legitimate communications within an organization by selectively destroying, exfiltrating, and engaging in targeted phishing attacks. And there is a proof of concept, and let me show you guys this right fast. It says Vectra created a proof of concept exploit that allowed them to send a message to the account of the credential holder via an access token. assuming full control of critical seats like a company head of engineering, the CEO, or CFO. Attackers can convince users to perform tasks damaging to the organization. So yeah, that's interesting that, you know, you can look as though it's coming from one of those department heads or whatever, and get people to do things, or get people to, I don't know, possibly do something damaging to the network. Now it says the problem is mainly limited to the desktop app, because Electron framework that essentially creates a web app port has no additional security control to protect cookie data. Unlike modern web browsers, as such, Vectra recommends not using the desktop app until a patch is created, and using the web application instead. Oh, and that's cool. So I've been doing the right thing by using that web application. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing what I was doing, but I just always use the web application because I don't know, I try to limit the amount of applications that are installed on my computer, or, you know, and it's easier to join a lot of times from the web. But it says, when informed by security news site Dark Reader of the vulnerability, Microsoft said it does not meet any bar of immediate services as it requires an attacker to first gain access to the target network, adding that it would consider addressing it in future product releases. And so that kind of reminds me, you know, of what just happened to Uber. Someone was in their network. Someone was able to gain access to their full network and had access to all of this, and they could have used the exploit to get into the, or at least send out emails pretending to be other people, or send out, you know, calendar requests, meetings requests, and getting people to do things on the network, you know, and they think it's coming from one person. In actuality, it's coming from the attacker. Now it also says, however, threat hunter John Babinek told Dark Reader it could provide a secondary means for lateral movement in the event of a network breach. He also noted that Microsoft is moving towards progressive web apps that would mitigate many of the concerns currently brought by Electron. Okay, so they might be moving away from Electron. But anyway, I just wanted to read this to you guys. Be careful. I know we use this, especially in the tech industry or the tech field, and most organizations, no matter what department you work in, you probably use Microsoft Teams. So this is just a concern that I want to make people aware of. It was interesting news. I thought it should be brought up. And like I always say, you should be aware of what's going on in the cyber, you know, world, no matter what area of IT you work in. You want to at least pay attention to what's going on. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Go on and give me your thoughts on this authentication token being stored in plain text. Go on and give me your thoughts on what you think about this, about Microsoft not taking immediate action to fix this. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and of course, keep it techie.